being peace for the Arab side of that world is another thing. Peace for Israel means security. And we must stand with all of our might to protect its right to exist, its territorial integrity. I see Israel, and never mind saying it, as one of the great outposts of democracy in the world, and a marvelous example of what can be done, how desert land almost can be transformed into an oasis of brotherhood and democracy. Peace for Israel means security, and that security must be a reality, full stop.
The whole world will see that Israel must exist and has the right to exist, and is one of the great outposts of democracy in the world.
Ladies and gentlemen, I submit to you that his words were powerful, not just for themselves, but remember, Israel's being marginalized as a racist, apartheid, Jim Crow state. And that's being directed at our community so that we, with the credibility that we bring to the civil rights struggle globally, because if it's amazing, I tell young people all over the country, this is a Black Baptist preacher from Georgia. And everybody in the world want to know what he say about the Middle East. I tell young people, that's how much power you got. They hanging on his every word. Why? Because if he weighs in on whoever's side, then that side has the moral high ground. They know if Dr. King says it, because of his legendary status, speaking for the black community, so the Arab leaders are coming for him, trying to pressure him so that the black community will be seen. I tell young folks all the time, so that means that that's why Madison Avenue spends all that money for our folks to buy certain shoes and wear certain. I'm talking about the young folks, I ain't talking about the who ain't got no job. They in the junior high school. Mom and daddy, I want some $300. You ain't got no $300 sneaker job. So what you about to do is this. But why? Because they see it, because if they wear it, it's cool. And then everybody will want, hey, nothing changed. I'm going to pause and say this real quick. This modern day movement politically to marginalize Israel as an apartheid is old. And once again, they're trying to use young black leaders. They just shifted in the spirit. I have the utmost respect for people like Mark Lamont Hill, the professor at Philadelphia, Temple University. He and I have talked before. Some of you may know who he is, may not know who he is. Appreciate the work that he does. And he and I had this private conversation, in public, on social media and then privately. He's anti-Israel because he's been told that that's what he needs to do in terms of the rights, and then it's, Mark, you're wrong. This is why you're wrong. But he speaks and he has a large platform, and he comes from a long tradition that's connected to the anti-Zionist tradition. We had that discussion before. I said, Mark, you need to get the whole story. They're using. That's not what's really going on. You're not helping our community by lying about what's going on there. And you never talk about Hamas, the terrorist organization that's slaughtering people. You need to use your platform. Why are they targeting him? Because he's a young black man who has power.
Yeah.
This is why we have this. And again, I told this 57 years ago. I'm talking about right now. Mark's probably in his 30s. And again, brilliant young man. I'm not coming against him. I'm just saying this message that he had against Israel is completely wrong. Completely wrong. But he's being used because of who he is. Make sense to you? And that intensity is only going further and further, which is why pastors need to be aware. Last part of it here.